without no further
Yeah,
ado,
man. Yeah, straight into it, Doug.
without no further ado, was it a bad stoppage or no? I'm gonna go to
Yes,
you, Pam. Let me know. Was this a bad stoppage or no? This is a yes or no answer. Was this a bad?
yes, yes, yes. Very bad, horrendous stoppage. Yeah.
Tell me, please, tell me why, in your
Um.
opinion, and then I'm gonna swing it to you, Mr. Neutral, because I know you've been very, very vocal
All
on
right.
X, and you've been going at everybody, saying like you
Shit.
must have money on the fight. So,
Yeah, for me, no, it's sad, bro. That one made me just feel a bit sad. Knowing Parker's journey makes me feel sad, but taking that out of it, yeah, it just looked like one of them things where they had the whole fight planned. It just shows you that boxing is a business, man. That was just everything boxing being a business. That the Fabio Wardley versus Usyk story is sold. You can see how keen they were to sell that and how keen they weren't to put the Joe Parker on Usyk because that was already in place, right? The Fabio Wardley and Usyk thing is the they already
shout out my man, Mr. T.
yeah, the Usyk, the story is already there. Fabio Wardley, the white collar boxer, he used to work in recruitment. The story is already there, man. They got it all mapped out. What they're gonna do, how they're gonna sell this fight. Fabio Wardley is really shooting for the stars. Fabio Wardley, he's shooting for Usyk, coming from where he's come from. No amateur background. That's a story that's sold, right? So now take that out and let's just look at the actual fight. Um, at the time that he stopped, bro, he wasn't even landing his punches. He hit him a few times and stuff, right? The last two punches wasn't landing, and Fabio, both of them was tired. And in my opinion, it's like all right, the previous fight, the Justice Hooney one, right, went a similar way. Then he knocked him down. In my opinion, the count was fast, but I don't believe it was a bad stoppage. The difference between that, in my opinion, was just like, oh, okay, yeah, the count was fast, but you know, Fabio Wardley can probably write him off. We don't really need to see that if we know how the fight's gonna go. In my opinion, this one was a completely different because people are telling me there was like 40 unanswered punches, and there wasn't. He punched back a few times. And in my opinion, are you in the fight if you're slipping and blocking? Because not that many was landing. Of course, some was landing, but in my opinion, I feel like because of what Fabio Wardley did to Fraser Clark, right? That's kind of it's almost seeming like he's just gonna hurt you, unload, and then that's it. The ref's gonna stop it because honestly, like in that time, like give Parker a chance. Was he knocked down? If the ropes kept him up, it's a knockdown then, isn't it? Like fair enough. Don't get me wrong. Parker could have done better in himself. He could have clinched, could have taken a knee, etc., etc. But bro, like he was in the fight. He was in the fight. Of
Mhm.
course, you're going to be hurt. You're in there with a heavyweight. Both of you are going to be hurt at times. My opinion, terrible stoppage. In my opinion, the next fight was already sold, man. If Parker was supposed to fight Usyk, he wouldn't be fighting Fabio Wardley on the weekend. He had his shot. He beat Wilder. He was supposed to be cannon fodder for Wilder versus AJ. He beat him. He beat Zhang. He's been in that spot. He beat Bacoli. Why is he still fighting Fabio Wardley anyway? He is. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm with you. I felt that that
Anyway.
AP.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I
I
watch
feel,
Goldilocks
I got the babies in
All
here.
right,
That's what
cool.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm
I
coming.
let
I'm
it
coming.
hear,
I'm gonna do it.
man.
All right, come and say hello,
I
quick.
already know
Say hello,
how to
quick.
do
All right.
it.
All right. Oh, oh no, take it over now. And you say hello quickly and then cut. All right. Go put it on. I'll come and help you.
That's
All right,
beautiful.
good girl.
That's beautiful, man.
Okay, good girls. Go.
Um,
All right,
I,
love you. See you soon. All right, sorry guys.
nah, that's not no
Nah,
apology
you're
for
fine.
that at all. That's love.
All right,
Um,
we'll go.
yeah. Mr. Neutral, how do you feel about all this? Do you feel like this was a bad stoppage or no?
No, I thought it's a very legitimate stoppage. As much as I love you, Van, I get
We can go.
what
We
you're
can talk.
saying. I get what you're saying. You know, as far as anyone was concerned, after the Dubois sort of stole Joseph Parker's fight with Usyk, people were aggrieved, the public weren't happy, sort of thing. But that was Usyk's decision. Come this fight, he didn't have to take this fight. He could have just sat and waited for Usyk to fight Dubois. Yes, he got injured. He could have fought just once in 2025. and taking Usyk in February or whatever it is, then they're going to bring him back. I feel that he was overlooking Wardley 2 weeks ago when he was talking about Usyk and all the rest of it. So I think he's a victim of his own, let's say, his own ambition. And the fact that, it clearly looked from round one when the bombs were flying and he had 11 rounds, fam. He had 11 rounds to knock Wardley out. It was close in the 11th round. People were saying he was 6 rounds up. That's garbage. Nonsense. It was closer than that. The referee felt after that initial uppercut that absolutely staggered Parker. Mm-hmm. He was defenseless from that moment. He staggered back to the ropes. The onslaught started, and the actual punch count was 26 from Wardley to 3 from Parker. But there was a 26 landed. And there was a 12-second unanswered period. 12 seconds when you're not the referee, you're looking out at your feet, you're taking punches, you're covering up, you're just not throwing nothing that's connecting back. I'm sorry, but there's very, very few referees will let you carry on in the state that he was in. And you've seen the state of his face after. In my eyes, a lot of people were rooting for Joseph Parker. I've seen 1,000 stoppages a lot worse than that. A lot worse than that. The man took a beating for 11 rounds from Fabio Wardley. Rounds 2 and rounds 10, significant rounds of damage inflicted on Joseph Parker. And whatever you can say about Wardley, his heart and grit and determination to see that job through and just take his chance and become a unified interim champion, guaranteed for a shot at Usyk. That's the story. That is a fable. Movies are made of these things. I'm sorry, but Joseph Parker doesn't bring the story of a Usyk for an undisputed, for a British man.
All right, I heard both of you gentlemen. I'm just gonna chime in with my opinion. Okay, this is just my unbiased opinion.
Let's go.
When I first seen it, right, and I picked JP to win because first of all, I'm with you, Vamp. I didn't see no reason why JP should have been in there with Wardley. To be honest with you, I thought that his ticket was already sealed. I feel like Daniel Dubois shouldn't have got the shot before JP. I thought it should have been JP in there with Usyk instead of Daniel Dubois. But we can't cry over spilled milk, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I do hear you, Mr. Neutral, when you was talking about as far as him overlooking him. Because he looked like he wasn't in his class. This was a young buck. And he wasn't in he wasn't in the same class as him. I understand that as well. But when I was first watching the fight, right, and I first seen it, and I was looking at Joseph Parker, and I was watching him, and I said, okay, he's not out. He's not out on his feet. He's not concussed. But I seen that he wasn't firing back, and I was yelling to my TV, "You got to fire back. You got to fire back. Or you got to hold him. You got to hold him." Was I disappointed with the stoppage because I thought that Joseph Parker was still conscious and aware? Yeah, I was. But now I understand the state of boxing and understand the state of boxing that we're in right now. We had a lot of casualties in this sport. Over there across the pond with my brothers in the UK and here in the States, there's been a lot of casualties. And people are not trying to let fights go on, especially if they see a guy that's been hurt and been rocked a couple of times, right? You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, but some people look at it as better safe than sorry. Do I think that he could continue to have some more left in him? Yeah. Do I think it's a big conspiracy and the worst stoppage I've ever seen in my life? No. We've been doing a lot of talking here. That's just because, right? Mr. Neutral, I just personally, just because of JP and just like Van was saying about his story about getting here, right? I wanted to see him get that shot, right? I wanted to see him get that chance. So in the heat of the moment, yeah, I was like, damn, he could have continued. But I'm mad at Joseph Parker. The reason why I'm mad at Joseph Parker is because Joseph Parker has the experience in here. He knew what was going on. He knows if you're in the situation, you have to fire it back or the ref is going to call it. You knew if you was in a situation when this guy is throwing all these punches, you need to wrap him up. You need to tie him up. These are the things you learn in boxing. And besides, homie, read the room. Where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Read the room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's on JP. I think it's a little bit of yeah, you took this kid a little lightly. You thought you was gonna steamroll over him. You came in weighing more than you did your last fight. You thought you was gonna get him out of there, right? You thought you was gonna do it. Just didn't happen that way. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing that happened. But all of us been talking about this tape. All of us been talking about these punches and all the stuff that went down in this fight. But luckily for us, I got the fight. So we're going to review what happened in these moments. And we're going to see what it was. So check it out with us, man, and let us know
Let's do it. Let's
still
do it.
with your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Was this a bad stoppage or not?
He swings a left hand, the ball is all over him. Parker's in danger of being stopped here in the 11th round. It's all Fabio Wardley. This is the opportunity of his life.
He's got a hold, he's got to grab hold of Fabio Wardley.
Wardley's going to slow down here. Take your shots, you've got to go in here.
Nothing back from Parker. Howard Foss is going to step in any second. He gets
Not the hit and left hook, bro.
But Wardley now.
You literally just blocked. Oh my god.
Now, when you watch that back, I'm going to explain this to you, Mr. Neutral. I seen your position on it. When you watched it back, do you wish, right? Like, cause right, this is where I think people get mixed up, right? And with boxing, right? Because the glory, we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna stick to the bouncing ball, but the glory is, right? People expect us to have these dragged out, you know what I'm saying, go out on your shield type of fights. You know what I'm saying? Like it was back in the days. Mr. Nucci, when we just watched that clip back again, would you have wanted that fight to continue, or are you satisfied with the stoppage?
I'm satisfied with the stoppage. There was another minute to go in that round, and there's I've noticed over the years, and I don't think the British public have learned from lessons, especially in Britain, if not the world, of boxers taking too much punishment in the ring. From what looked like quite clearly a defenceless position, out on his, I would say he was out on his feet, although he was still conscious. Physically, he was done. You saw the last punch he tried to throw. It didn't connect. He was done. And if he had gone on for another minute, who knows what damage that could have inflicted on that man? And not considering the wars he's been in the last 6 years, 7 years. He's, since becoming champion, he's been in some wars. And I would err on the side of caution with a fight like that, because the reputations come thick and fast with the big punches that the two of them are. And when a referee's calculating how many punches this man can take in a period of time that's unanswered, one has to say to yourself, are we looking for justice in a particular box in the 11th round of a fight to carry on? Mm-hmm. Or are we not learning lessons from the past? And particularly that over 160 boxers have died or as a result of injuries since 2001. Do we want to add Joseph Parker to another one? I don't think so. I think the referee made the right decision.
What's up, Vamp? Talk to me.
Yo.
After you just seen that, what do you still stand? You still standing 10 toes down?
10 toes down all the way, man. I feel like we should maybe watch that in slow-mo or something. 'Cause not all of those punches were landing. Even the last one, he literally blocked it. So in my opinion, that's not unresponses. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was getting hit a few times. We can see it. There was one temple shot that hit him, and then he started still blocking, and then it was really impressive boxing. Do you get what I'm saying? And for me, that's my favorite part of boxing. I really do understand what you're saying, Mr. Neutral. But I just and in my opinion, and by the way, me having this opinion doesn't mean I'm saying that Joseph Parker was going to win, and it doesn't mean that Fabio Wardley wasn't going to win. For me, I'm even sad for Fabio Wardley because he deserved a clean victory. Like, I don't want to be saying this. You know what I'm saying? He could have stopped him, but then stop him. He just didn't stop him, in my opinion. And even that, when you're saying he tried to throw, like, I don't know, maybe play it again, true, but maybe I'm sure I saw a left hook land before the right hook that he thought got blocked. I'm sure Parker threw twice. Like, he was blocking. Like, please, if you do play it again, please show the last punch.
Yeah,
uppercut that.
He swings a left hand, the Wardley's all over him. Parker's in danger of being stopped here in the 11th round. It's all Fabio Wardley. This is the opportunity of his life.
He's got a hold, he's got to grab hold of Fabio Wardley.
Wardley's going to slow down here. Pick your shots. You've got him going here.
Nothing back from Parker. Howard Foss is going to step in any second. He gets one hook off. But Wardley now.
And also to add to that, I think we're discounting the fact that there's a minute to go in the round. Fabio Wardley isn't going to continue to punch for 2 minutes. He's going to get tired, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? What are we not allowed to weather the storm anymore or anything like that when you're hurt? Do you get what I'm saying? There's a few things that we can still look at in a fight. So for me, I'm sad for both of them because it could have been like, there's a swing round, bro. Swing round. Come on, like there's literally, we saw the previous round before where Parker was dominating and then Fabio hurt him and now Fabio is dominating. It happens in rounds. It was a close fight. I just feel like that wasn't the moment to end it. It could have been something like Joseph Parker could have really gone to the well. He could have really gone to the well. We didn't give him the chance to do that. It was the 11th round in a long fight. Fabio Wardley could have really got a clean knockout. He didn't even get to knock him down. He didn't knock him down. So like, it wasn't that, in my opinion, that it was like, it was so like in fear for Joseph Parker's life or something. He went down twice against Zhang, got up and won the fight. Like, why have we denied him the opportunity to even try at least get knocked down? He was just literally in a 50-50 fight. Both of them hurt each other at times, and then we just say, "Oh, too much. It's over now." Like,
okay, that's leading to my next question, gentlemen. Do you want to see a rematch between JP and Wardley? I'm gonna go to you, Vam. You was just talking about it. Would you like to see a rematch?
Yeah, either that or if not, then a shot at Dubois, like one of the two. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, of course, a rematch, of course, 100%, for the simple fact that Joseph Parker's been in that spot for so long. Do you get what I'm saying? Just been in that. How could that get taken away? He's fulfilled all his obligations. In the Wilder Joshua story, Joseph Parker was supposed to be the sacrificial lamb. He pitched a shutout against Wilder. Nobody saw that coming. Against Zhilei Zhang, we saw what Zhang done to the Juggernaut. I know your theory on the Juggernaut and Joe Joyce, etc. True, but we know what Zhang did to the Juggernaut. Everyone expected Zhang to flat out knock out Joseph Parker. He beat that guy. He's supposed to get his shot now against Dubois. Dubois pulls out. Nothing to do with Joseph Parker. Bakoli comes in. That was some mad nonsense. He just dealt with it. He didn't care who they put in the ring with him. He just wants his title shot. Now, after that, please, if you're gonna beat the man properly. So I don't say these things because believe me, I don't want to say this. Do you know what I'm saying? I really like Fabio Woodley. Like I really like both fighters. I had no skin in it. It was one of them fights that I just enjoyed because I like both, and I'm happy with either one to win. But please win properly, where I'm not saying these things. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, the story about Usyk and Woodley was already sold. That's what we wanted, and I believe that. Yeah, man. We have to be honest about boxing. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie with you, man. I definitely want to see JP see if he can get some get back. Mr. Neutral, how do you feel about the rematch?
I'm all for it, and nothing is guaranteed with Fabio Wardley winning this fight and getting a Usyk fight because Usyk is, he said himself he wants to fight for 3 more years. I would imagine at some point, Fabio Wardley might be in his plans, but at this stage, nothing is concrete. He doesn't have to take. Nothing's been ordered. He doesn't have to take an interim. The WBO might come and say, right, or Alexander, we promised Joe Parker, this fight. You've got now. Fabio's won it. You've got to. Again, Usyk doesn't have to take it. So we do not know what the landscape lies. So in the event that Usyk's not available and he goes elsewhere, then I'm pretty sure that Fabio could entertain and do Joseph Parker a favour. That's done him a favour by giving him this shot at his belt. So and that's not beyond the realms of possibility. Fabio's not the kind of boxer that will duck anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure the British public would love to see that rematch to see if, did Joseph Parker, was he going to win after all? And we all know what happened to Fraser Clark in fight 2. And you said yourself there, Van, sacrificial lamb, inverted commas. I did not want to see Joseph Parker be a sacrificial lamb in a fight like this if he carried on. Live to fight another day, my man. Be safe, go home, safe to your family, and then come back and fight again. Don't take another round of pummeling in that fight where it was clear you were cooked.
So that was leading into my next question. Where did JP goes from here? But before we get into that, because y'all already basically went into that a little bit, but the tail of the tape with Alexander the Great. That's my guy. He went in here, he came up, and he gave us the tail of the tape. He was supposed to be locked in with us, but he couldn't be. So he sent us a video, and this is what Alex had to say about the questions that I asked you guys.
Hey guys, it's Alexander the Great. I'm not going to be able to join the live show today, so unfortunately you're just going to have to deal with this little 1-minute video from me, but I'm happy to at least share some bit of content with you guys. First of all, the big underdog pick for me of the week, Fabio Wardley. I was right about the late knockout. I was just off by 1 round. I thought the 10th, not the 11th. And he almost proved me right with that nasty slip and rip uppercut that wobbled Parker. Great job for Wardley. I knew he had the heart to do it. It's just a matter of could he overcome the skills and the speed. And thankfully, Joseph Parker was a little bit slow on the day in terms of his foot speed and his body. So thank goodness for that. Now, to deal with the next point of interest, Howard Foster. We got to get him out of world-level boxing. You got to stick to the domestic scene where stopping it a little bit early when there's nothing on the line, really, is more acceptable. But when you're fighting for world-level status and #1 contendership, you can't stop it early. You have to at least let Parker at least take it down or at least look unconscious on the ropes. He was still aware and he was still there, even though he was taking a shellacking, so that sucks. As for where both gentlemen go, if I was Wardley, I would stay away from Joseph Parker with everything I got. Hopefully there's no rematch clause written into the contract, so he can just move on to the Usyk undisputed fight, which I expect he'll get knocked out in, because while Parker is a world-level operator, Usyk is a step above unless he gets old overnight, but he takes really good care of his body, so I doubt that would happen. As for Parker, he's going to have to try to get a rematch maybe with AJ, or maybe try to run it back with Dubois, actually get that fight going since Dubois took a sick day the last time. Sick day. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I got to head into work, so I'll be seeing you guys later. Hopefully, I'll see you next Monday. See ya.
Yeah. Shout out to my bro, Alexander the Great. Tale of the Tape with Alexander the Great, man. That was dope. Where does JP go from here? If he can't get the rematch, where does he go?
Well, a big problem for Joseph Parker now. He's just had his last fight for Queensbury. Hoping that there would be a re-signing here. So, he could be down to Davy Jones's locker of boxing at this point in his career. Such is the nature and the brutal nature of boxing once you lose. He is too good for that to happen. I would imagine he'll take a little bit of healing. He's pretty bruised up, swollen after the fight. So it'll take a bit of time, bit of healing. There is still paths for him to get back to the big time. The WBO have been very good with Joseph Parker over the years with what we call the trinket belts, the internationals, the intercontinentals, and that sort of the WBO global belts. These are the gateway belts that get you straight back into the action. As after his defeat to Dillian White. So I think he's still big enough to get back. I don't think he's going to get the likes of Dubois or an AJ or anything like that. I think he might have to go back to maybe Australia and see about maybe a Hooney or a Terravona, on a big domestic scene, on the zone card over there, the PPV. That will, if he does well there, that could propel him and maybe get a good enough ranking to get back another shot at an interim. Which Fabio Wardley, if he does get the Usyk shot, those interims are automatically available once he steps in the ring with Usyk. So it's not looking good, but it's not looking bad. There's Alex. Hey.
Yeah, we just played your video, Alex, man. Hopefully you can run it back. Check it out, man. You did an excellent job. We loved your take on the fight and everything, my brother, man. So hopefully we'll get to see you next Monday for your Tale of the Tape for the Erickson Lubin and Ortiz fight. Get it? That's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. We appreciate you, brother. Much love.
And this a leader of League Two prediction.
Yeah. Shout out to the ring. The ring, and matter of fact, and shout out to Red Corner Boxing in the prediction league, man. I'm still staying steady. Shout out to Alex. He's the league leader, man, for this week, man. Shout out to him. The ring just updated its rankings for heavyweight and got Wardley at number 2. Do you agree? I'm gonna go with you, Mr. Neutral. Do you agree with them fast tracking them, bringing them all the way up to number 2?
Well, I think they've got a bit carried away with that ranking, to be honest. Yes, but again, did the ring were not guilty of that with David Benavidez getting unified with the interims. And now, he's fighting Anthony Yardy. He didn't get that big shot that he wanted. And this is what I mean. Wardley may hold them to interim titles, but it doesn't guarantee him a big shot. So, he could yet be. And I think he needs another fight before Usyk, by the way. I don't think he's ready for a Usyk. And as much as I don't think Parker was ever ready for a Usyk, I hear about, the backstories. Did he deserve it and all? He lost 3 times before this. This is not like that he had an unbeaten record with Fabio Wardley. He's lost 3 times. He's been a pro a long time. And beating 3 guys in 3 years who are bordering on £850 between them. I'm sorry. It's not the golden story that Fabio Wardley has. That's just my opinion.
Vamp, talk to me, Vamp. Do you think he deserve to be number 2?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say what somebody deserves, man. They're in the ring taking shots, bro.
Now you see the rankings. Do you think he deserved to be shot up to number 2?
No, but I'm gonna be the cynical guy, isn't it? Just gonna say that yeah, boxing's a business, bro. That this is literally like everything that Mr. Neutral is saying is making so much sense. Like oh, it's Joseph Parker's last fight on Queensbury.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a question for you then. Do you think Usyk and Warley is a good fight?
I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's close. I think it might be competitive at times. I think it's a good story and it'll be a fun fight to watch. But I think we will know what happens. But Fabio Wardley is such a dog, bro. That's my thing. He's such a dog. And I don't know if you remember, I said it I gave Wardley the shout. I always went Parker, but when we did a prediction, I started leaning towards Wardley because he's a fighter. Like when you take out the boxing in terms of fighting, I think he's the one. So I believe that if he can turn anything into a fight, I won't count him out against anybody. And it feels weird because I just think Usyk's just supreme. But if it can somehow be a fight, and the way they're stopping for Woodley's fights, hey man, what he's gonna do is like hurt him, right? And start throwing his shit. And then it looks crazy. And then we're like, yeah, fight for another day.
What do you think, Mr. New? You like that fight? Well, you already told us your opinion on that fight, so I'm not going to ask you that. Do you think, like, because a lot of people was talking and I was hearing a lot of my compadres from across the pond, everybody was excited. I'm not going to say certain names, but certain people were excited. They was talking about Warley being able to crush Usyk. Usyk's reign is over, you know.
Did people say that?
Yeah, everybody was saying
that. Yeah, Rico.
Hey, I didn't want to say no name. I didn't want to say no name.
Oh, shit, no one likes a snitch.
He's serious, though. Maybe he's not. Oh, all right, man.
Yeah, you can find him on X, RIKO.
All right.
I didn't want to say no name. But yeah, there was a couple of other people too that agreed with him. That Usyk reigns over, talking about his age and everything.
Good Lord,
let's talk about it. Do you think Usyk is at the point in his career where people just want to see him lose? It's just a question that I had. Is he at people just want to see him lose?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He literally came in and smoked us. Remember, UK, we had the heavyweights. We thought we had this shit. 1 by 1, 2 by 2 rematch. Everybody got done. AJ, Fury, Dubois. Now we're just throwing people at him. Remember that low blow shit? That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then pop 5 rounds, bow, you're done, Dubois. They have nothing against this guy. We're just going to keep throwing things in his way.
What do you feel about that, Mr. Neutral?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very exclusive list of I need to see this guy lose. Floyd Mayweather was another one. Anthony Joshua up until he lost his first fight. The list is endless. I can go on and on and on about fighters the public were dying to see lose, and he didn't. Until a certain time, unless your name's Floyd Mayweather or Rocky Marciano. These people who retired unbeaten, you'll never ever know. And this is one of the things. He's now in that bracket, that category that people, they know he's got 3 years or 3 fights left. They right, I need to see this guy lose. And you know what? Usyk must love it. He must love it. And but listen, out of the two, Wardley or Parker, I think Fabio Wardley brings more an air of uncertainty to Usyk. Right? A line through Parker, there's lines through Parker, from Dillian White to AJ and other boxers that Usyk has got similar lines through. Right? Wardley, no. He's come up around the outside on the rails. He snuck up, taking titles, British Commonwealth, English, British Commonwealth, European, WBA Gold, not WBA Gold, an international belt. Then he gets his first WB interim. And now he's taken the WBO interim. He's come up and snuck and just taken the lead right behind Usyk. When you've got the Caballeros, the Furies, the AGs, the Daniel Dubois, the Philip Hrgovićs of life, who are right behind, and then all of a sudden, who's this guy? Where's he come from? All of a sudden, he's right there, top of the table. And if he got the fight, that fight for me brings the backstory. Oh, it'd be massive now that he's got that win over Parker, the unbeaten record, the white collar story, the 16 knockouts. He's got no experience. He's got like something stupid like 21 minutes in the ring for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not true, but that was the thing that was coming up. I think it's, he's got less than 45-minute ring time in the, maybe 50 minutes now with Parker fight. He's got in the, it's absolutely minimal compared to Usyk's amateur and his pro career put together. But the thing is, you just don't know with his two great chins. You got the master mover puncher in Usyk, but you've got the guy who knows he's iced everybody he's ever faced, apart from the very first debut. Guy took him 4 rounds.
Now you sold me, Mr. Neutral, on the fight. The mysteriousness alone, and the mystery behind Woodley alone, you got that. You got that. I think that people like myself and Vamp, they just wanted to see a good guy get exactly. It feels like he was one of those guys that was deserving of a payday. I don't think none of us thought that he would have a chance against Alexander Usyk, my fellow Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody thought that he had a chance against him. I just think that everybody wanted to see a good guy get some bread. I think that's what it came down to. I have a question because you said something, Mr. Neutral. This is a years old question, and it keeps coming back up. We talk about this in the barber shops, you know what I mean? Or when we're just chopping it up. Was fighters tougher back in the days?
Asking someone?
Well, my daddy, he whipped my ass. And his daddy whipped his ass before him. There's, 1,000,000%. It was a different ball game than it is today. The game back then was built on durability and strength. Today it's about explosion, explosive power, and movement. And the endurance spec, is nothing like the 15 rounders I used to watch as a young boy, even. The fighters that were training, it's a different kind of training. And that's why I hesitate to compare fighters from from the older decades, because it's so different. The evolution of boxing now is, it's almost twice as fast as the 80s.
Yeah, Vic. Good question to you.
Of course. I don't know if this fight, Parker versus Woodley, is affecting that, because I feel like Joseph Parker was tough, innit? Like, he was too tough, but it was he didn't stop, he didn't go down, he could have taken a knee or whatever. But generally I feel like it's engineered that way. There's been a few disasters in the ring that's made fights get engineered into the way, they put bigger gloves, more padding in the gloves, shorter rounds, etc., etc. So that's led to that, which is exactly what kind of Mr. Neutral was saying. They're more based on durability, but you had no choice but to be tougher as a boxer, even just to be a boxer. But now it's a bit more like technical stuff and a bit more maybe sweet science. But then outside of that, we're not trying to see anybody get hurt too badly. So that's why things like that fight that we're just talking about can happen, and it's justifiable that you can say, hey, live to fight another day, etc. But what was, like, in my opinion, like, that was a fight that we should be seeing a knockdown. We should be seeing a knockdown in that fight. I don't believe that in that kind of fight you should just stop, because they're really fighting for their legacy in that fight. That was a bit of a, it was too big a fight. It was like what Alexander the Great was saying, man.
Okay.
But yeah.
After all the JP talking, we're talking about the stoppages and all that.
Mhm.
After that, what do you think was the worst stoppage you ever seen? I'm gonna go to Mr. Neutral.
Oh, didn't you put me there, mate?
You gotta tell me what the worst stoppage.
First one that comes to your head, just answer. I'm gonna
I'm gonna let you think.
I got one. Chavez and
Meldrick Taylor.
Meldrick Taylor. The most disgusting stoppage I've ever seen in my life.
You know what's so crazy, Mr. Neutral? I was gonna say that. That was the one that I was gonna say.
Go and watch that, Bam, and then come back and tell me it was an Ollie stoppage.
Yeah, now.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying it was a complete.
And that was the good old days.
And that was the good old days with 2 seconds left.
I'm just saying they had their winner, bro. You see
But
that
actually
referee?
2 seconds or 5 seconds. One of those. There was still seconds left, and Richard.
5 seconds.
Richard Steele and Meldrick Taylor boxed a beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. When I say
filthy robbery,
beautiful fight. He was on his way to beating Chavez, and if you've seen what happened to him after that fight, you will wish that he would have got that nod for that, because I feel like he needed that. After the career he had, he was never the same. He was never the same. Meldrick Taylor was never the same, and that was a horrible beating that he took in that fight. And he was still, and with 2 seconds left, Richard Steele called the fight. He went down, he got up, and the clock was right above Richard Steele's head. The clock was right above Richard Steele's head, because when DeLuca got in the ring, he was pointing to the clock that was right above their head. And he was like, the truth said, why would you stop the fight? And Meldrick Taylor came forward. He nodded his head yes. He nodded his head yes.
Wait.
I remember that fight. That fight is stung. It's stung.
Yeah.
But he got knocked down, right? He got knocked down, right?
Fan. To me, Chavez could do no wrong. This is the first ever Mexican I ever heard of. He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like the Mexican superstar we ever heard of. Because Salvador Sanchez didn't get his shine like that. So it was Chavez who was really like the star, you know? So everybody was going for Chavez. And this Olympian, this kid, went in there and he was boxing beautiful. Yeah, he took some shots and he went down in that last round with 2 seconds left to go. And Richard Steele waved it off when it seemed like his eyes went up and looked at and he waved it off with 2 seconds left. And DeLuca went absolutely ape like he should have.
Did it make sense for Chavez to win? Like, this is me being completely neutral because I don't know. So I'm asking a legitimate question for you to answer, yeah? Did it make sense for the business for Chavez to win?
Yeah, well, yeah, in the business of it, but we talk about the worst stoppage. That was the worst stoppage, and people talk about it to this day. Yeah. People make documentaries about this to this day. Vamp, you have to go back and check that out. What do you think is a bad stoppage that you can remember?
I'm just gonna stick with what came to my head straight away because it was a bit recent. We know who's the old guy that Rolly was fighting?
Alonso.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't even landing his shit, bro.
Ishmael Barroso, yes.
He literally wasn't landing, bro. Like, and the thing is, you can see the replays. Do you get what I'm saying? But again, sometimes the business, in my opinion, sometimes the business takes over. And I'm not saying that that's what happened completely 100% on the weekend. I'm not happening, but I know who the preferred winner is, man. And like with what Alexander was saying, I wanted to touch on that a little bit because you mentioned the ref, right? And somebody on Twitter, on X, posted, right, a clip of the stoppage. I don't know, maybe you remember, Mr. Neutral. Was it Josh Warrington against somebody? Was it the Chilean guy? I don't want to say his name. Lara, right? and he just kept that fight going, right? Do you remember? Did you see? Do you know what I'm talking about? The same ref.
Yeah.
Josh Warrington couldn't stand, bro. He couldn't stand. He was holding, didn't take a point. He let him get knocked down. He was visibly hurt. The exact same ref didn't wave off nothing.
Do you remember the criticism he got for that?
Well, it's not even about the criticism. I'm just saying the ref, if this is how you see boxing, you either wave it or you don't, because it's the same referee.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
You damn if that's like I said. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Because like you said,
you think he did that because of the criticism?
You gotta see. You see, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Like he didn't in that fight. He got the criticism. He did it.
Both times it was for the UK fighter. I'm just saying the house wins a lot, bro.
The conspiracy theory just came out.
It happens, you know, with this kind of outcome, you know, where it's subjective whether the guy was. Only Joseph Parker will be ever honest enough and say, "Look, it was."
At the end of the day, Joseph's in there. Yeah, I wish the fight would have continued, but he's in there. He knows this. He knows this. He has the experience. He knew he was supposed to tie up. That boy knew he was supposed to fire back. And he needed to read the room.
I'll just say one thing, bro. I'll just say one.
He was at.
He failed to show the experience.
Mm-hmm.
I hear
he should have had.
I just think okay, fair enough. I won't even.
I'm with you, Vamp. I wish the fight would have continued. I wish he would have continued. I wish he would have.
If you're that hurt, as we're saying, he would be on the floor, guys. In my opinion, do you get what I'm saying? Like your legs, if you're visibly like Tyson.
That's what I was going to say to you. Do you remember you were saying that he went down twice against Zhang, got up, but they were one-punch scenarios, right? This guy was wailing on him.
I just didn't see the guy out on his feet.
Like we've seen this before in boxing when Daniel Jacobs stopped Peter Quillen. Stopped him on his feet. You know what I'm saying?
All right, wait. One scenario: Tyson Fury versus Usyk. Tyson Fury versus Usyk, right? Round 9 in the first one.
Should have been stopped.
Yeah. Definitely should have been.
Bouncing off 3 ropes. Referee was absolutely terrible. He went round the ring, bounced off every rope.
Okay, in my opinion, I don't think Joseph Parker was in the same state. That's just my opinion. Tyson Fury, he was out on his feet. Usyk couldn't even catch him because his legs were just bouncing from every ring, right?
His legs were moving quicker than Usyk could chase him.
I don't believe Joseph Parker was in that state. He was blocking shots. To be fair, Tyson Fury was slipping shit too, though. He was slipping.
These were two very similar.
Yeah.
If you think they were similar, fine. I don't believe those two were similar. I saw Tyson Fury didn't swing back at Usyk, bro. Joseph Parker swung back. You could say he missed. He swung back, bro. Like he was in the fight.
I got some breaking news for you, fellas.
Come on.
I got some breaking news for you, fellas.
Let's hear
it. It has been reported that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are in talks for a potential in 2026. Floyd as another Netflix boxing event. Do you want
shit? I like
shout out to Mike Carpenter for breaking this information.
The more you kept talking, I'm starting to believe it. I don't want to believe it too much. Yeah, thank God, please. But I because of the money, you'll never rule out Floyd. Yeah. When you started saying Netflix, I was like, yeah, it's going to happen, man.
Yeah, you want to see it, Mr. Neutral? You excited to see this fight, Mr. Neutral?
Oh, absolutely. 2 legends. Come on, 8 division, 5 division champions. Let's have it. Yeah. You don't have to ask me. I'll pay it. I'll pay it right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would love to see it again, man. I mean, you know what? It's not the worst of the fights that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
It's not the worst of the fights that we've been seeing on these.
Isn't that a bit crazy? Because Pacquiao looked good in that last
fight. But no one made that. He'll make this the first ever $100 PPV knowing him.
On Netflix?
On Netflix, yeah.
On Netflix. We're laughing.
Money won 100 mil. You know what I'm saying?
He won 100 mil.
You know what I'm saying?
You want that.
Pacquiao wants 75 at least. He's got a presidency to pay for.
Yeah, and I think the fight would have been bigger. Like, I think the fight would have been bigger if Manny was able to grab one of those belts. You know what I'm saying? I think that the fight would have been even bigger. Yeah, I think this is going to be a big event for Netflix. Yeah, I'm going to watch it as well. You know, I love this sport too much. Yo, everybody was complaining about this pay-per-view with Warley and Parker. I paid it. I paid it. I support boxing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You know the Five Stick Boys was out.
Support the boxers.
But I gotta support this sport. You know what I'm saying? People clown people, right? They get on here and they talk all they mess. They come online and they feel like they can poke, they can talk their mess and they talk their crap. But they're the first ones to want a fire stick. They're the first ones that don't really support the fighters. They don't go to fights. They don't buy none of these guys' merch. None of that to support the fighters. But when they come on here and want us to respect their opinion, I can respect you if you're respecting the sport.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then we can chop it up about that. You feel me?
Fair enough.
But if you got five stickers, they put their own money on the wrong man. On X, you can tell them a mile away.
For real, you can tell. We're moving on, and I'm glad I got you in the building with me, Mr. Neutral, for this one. This is the last question that
Let's go.
We're gonna get into some fun stuff. And first of all, shout out to everybody that's locked in right now, that's watching us on all the streaming services, whether it's Twitch, is X, or YouTube. Man, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man. You know me, I'm not out here, trying to be, trolling or fancy with the crap. I do this because I love the sport. I love the sport. 100%. I think all the other sports is cool. Basketball is cool. I got a wicked jump shot. I'm from the project. Football is cool and all that and stuff like that. All them sports is cool, but it's nothing like boxing. There's nothing like boxing. So I come here. So I thank you all for tapping in, and shout out to everybody that was in the comment section. Mr. T, shout out to Alex for tapping in. Yours truly, Trey, my brother. You already know, and Adam. I seen you in there, and everybody else, man. If I miss you, I'm sorry. But I just got to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. It really means a lot that you're willing to come in here and just listen to me and my amazing guests just talk boxing. Mr. Neutral.
Yes, sir.
Floyd
man.
Diaz Jr.
Man.
Virgil Ortiz, Erickson Rubin undercard. After Schofield sustained a grade 2 sprain to his right wrist, along with a minor ligament damage. Is this just bad luck for the young man, or strategy, which some people are calling it?
Well, the conspiracy theorists are out once again, Trill. To my man, Floyd, Kid Oscar Schofield. I said 2 years ago, 2023, February of, this man is going to be a killer when he dispatched Luna in one round. Now, his path is a golden one. However, 2025 has just not been his year. He's supposed to fight Shakur in February, didn't come about, got injured, got sick on fight week in hospital. People are memeing the pictures that he's a duck and all the rest of it. I don't think anybody would have ducked Shakur Stevenson. Josh Bradley stepped in and showed why. And he was having good luck, considering, the time he had to prepare. And then, yes, great win against Tevin Farmer. What a knockout. Back in the spotlight, back in the 135 pound. Everybody, I'm turning them round one at a time, Trill. One at a time. Back against the wall, fight them off, and they're now fighting with me. However, this setback has been taken once again as a duck. And I think that's stupid. Contusions in the sprained wrist. Yes, it will heal. He'll be out for a few months. But the one thing is, this kind of injury, once do it once, it will happen again. And we could see this young man with a bit of an injury-ridden career, which I hope not. But yeah, it's just a bit of a setback, a bad setback. I would hasten to say as well.
Yeah, I gotta give you your flowers, Mr. Neutral, because you definitely been 10 toes down about Floyd Schofield and Brian Norman Jr. We had his pops on here, and I definitely had to give you your flowers and let him know that you definitely be, 10 toes down. When you pick somebody, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Mr. Neutral. Vamp, talk to me. Do you think this is bad luck for the kid? Because he just came off this amazing win of Terra Farmer and just got thrown back in the spotlight. Everybody was taking pictures with the kid. Do you feel bad for him, or do you think that this was strategy?
I don't want to say it was strategy, because if you say that it was strategy, what's the strategy for? Is there something else that's in the line that you think there could be? I don't know. Maybe you could say. I have no idea. I don't know. All I know so much is that I really like Schofield as a fighter. I was really excited about him. I can't remember what Golden Boy undercard I watched him, but he done someone so bad in one round. I said, "Oh, who is that?" And then I was really looking forward to the Shakur fight. I'll be honest, his dad kind of I cannot forgive his dad for that footage that came out. I'm sorry, I just can't. And then in the build up to the Shakur things, they was doing weird things. I remember the build up because I was really looking forward to the fight. I remember really paying attention to that build up because I was looking forward to seeing what Shakur would do against somebody that athletic with skill that can punch. I really wanted to see that. And then it just didn't happen. All right, cool. People can get sick, I guess. So did Dubois, that same card. But then again, like some people, maybe it's just an injury-ridden career, right? But see, there's only so many times like you're gonna get that much grace. But I did see the clips and I did see the footage that it did show. If his wrist is really sprained, I'd be the first person to say you're an idiot if he went in the ring and then lost. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got his own career to protect. So I respect that, and I'm still gonna fight him. I'm just not fighting. No, I'm never gonna fight him. I'm still gonna watch him. Yeah. But I'm still gonna watch him, but I don't want to see his dad, bro.
Schofield been rubbing people the wrong way, but like the young man said, to a lot of people don't like his dad, but to him, his dad is the best.
Yeah, of course, bro.
And like you touched on, Vant, which is really, really a smart thing. Like I always say, boxing is unforgiving. They don't care if you're sick or not. If you go in there and you lose, you just lost. They don't want to hear no excuses. They don't want to hear that something was wrong. So, yeah, you better be 100% before you go in there, because you're not going to get no grace, you know what I'm saying, for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Then it could go the other way, though. If he pulls out of another one in the future, at some point, it's just like you start to lose a little bit of trust. Like when he gets billed for a fight, you start wondering, is he going to get injured? You know what I'm saying? Well, you don't want that, so... Yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah, man. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for tuning in. For everybody for tuning in, and I want to thank y'all for joining me. Trofiki is out right now. You see the Q code right there. The dope episode of the Commissioner's Recap. We went over a little bit, but we got nothing but love here. You feel what I'm saying? Mr. Neutral, can you please, the classy one, can you please tell the people where they can find you at?
Yes, Mr. Neutral, at Neutral's Corner on X. I only do the two. Only doing X and YouTube. It's at Red Corner Boxing 99 on YouTube. That's where you'll find me. Thank you.
Yeah, you already know. And Vamp, let the people know where they can find you at.
Come on, myself, Vamp. I do this music. We do these boxing chattings. I'm on Twitch doing this. VXMP Twitch. Catch me on there. We play Undisputed. We pop our shit. We do live on watch along sometimes. And then I'm on YouTube right now, VXMP, and on X, VXMP FKM. That's me.
That's dope. That's dope. Me and we got Buckingham Palace Part 2 coming soon. Not only of that, me and Mr. Neutral, the classy one, coming to you guys in November, kicking the month off right. We're going to be in y'all with the FNC. That's Fight Night Chronicles. where we chronicle classic fights from back in the days. We'll have guests on the show. Sometimes it'll just be me and Mr. Neutral rocking out, and sometimes we'll have special guests as well. You know what I'm saying? One of our first episodes is going to be a dope episode. You know what I mean? A historical one at that as well. Again,
Fight night.
Yeah. Fight Night Chronicles. So once again, that's going to be on every Sunday, first week of November. You know what I'm saying? We locked in. You know what I mean? So thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Before we get out of here, I got to hit you with my new video. Trill Freaky is out right now on YouTube. If you mess with it, go to YouTube, Ray Trilogy, RAETRILOGY right now, and leave a comment. Let us know how you rock.
Banging video.
Saying, yeah.
Banging.
Everybody, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We are out of here. Much love and respect.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the trail, cause this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back. Celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. I've been getting money, ho, grinding with my kinfolk. Riding in the Benzo, sitting on Lorenzo's. Now I got the seat back, my lap's where the heat's at. Suck a nigga, peep that, or bow, eat that. Youngest wearing chrome hearts and rock in the chrome Glock. All eyes on me, a nigga think he Tupac. I've been on that get low, invested in stack dough. Yeah, I got a little paper, but I'm trying to get more. I switched up the hustle, my future's looking brighter. Got in tip-top shape, everyone think I'm a fighter, but nah, I'm a lover. A smooth motherfucker, young enough to bag your chick, old enough to crack your mother. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the trail, cause this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back. Celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. Run it back to the script. Lobster and shrimp, only dine at Ocean Prime. Everything be legit. Life is the shit. I feel like I made it. Everyone from the trenches salute and congratulated. Fam, Loyalty Inc. I put this shit together. The love is really cool, but respect is even better. I rep this shit forever, forever till I'm gone. But even when I die, my name will live on. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the trail, cause this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back. Celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the trail, cause this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back. Celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the trail, cause this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back. Celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the trail, cause this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back. Celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. Run it back.
Have a safe Halloween, everybody. Have a safe Halloween. You see me locked in. Have a safe Halloween. I'm wishing y'all nothing but safety, love, and all that, man. Please be safe out there with the kiddos, man. Happy Halloween and have a safe Halloween. I'll see y'all next Monday. Me and Mr. Neutral, we out. Shout out to Vid.